Hi, and welcome back to the EpiphanySutra podcast. My name is Divya, and I'm the thinker, maker, and creator of EpiphanySutra. If this is your first time on this podcast, I would highly recommend you to watch the intro video to get acquainted with what this podcast is all about. And if you're someone who has been following this podcast, then you know that we have been exploring the 64 Kala. In this episode, we dive right back into exploring the next Kala from the 64 Kala. In our last episode, where we featured our first guest, and which was the first of the Think Talk series, we asked ourselves a very compelling question. Why do we wear clothes? And several things that we discussed on that episode beautifully segues into our next category of Kala, which is called as the Alankara Kala or the Kala of Adornment. Now, of the 64 Kala, the original text has enlisted 9 distinct Kala under this category. Imagine, that is like 15% of the Kala is dedicated to adornment of the body. The first in this category is called Nepatya Prayoga. Nepatya meaning clothes, floral wreaths, garlands, ornaments, cosmetics, perfumes, or any other thing and material that can be used for adornment of the body. Prayoga, the word prayoga means application. So Nepatya Prayoga essentially means method or technique of bringing together all the Nepatya. Or in other words, this is the Kala of styling or curating a personal look. Let's start with a fun reflective activity. Now, if you would like to, then you can pause for a moment and grab a paper and pen to journal your thoughts. Otherwise, you could just reflect. Let's begin by taking one deep breath. How does it feel after you have just showered? Like a cold shower on a hot, muggy, humid day, or a hot shower on a really cold day? What is it to slip into freshly washed, laundered clothes after your shower? Perhaps they are warm if they just got tossed out of the dryer, or if they were drying out in the sun. Or perhaps they were folded and neatly stacked in your wardrobe, and they still have that lingering smell of the fabric softener. Now, if this was for an occasion, you probably set out your clothes and accessories beforehand. Do any of these clothes or accessories have a special story? Something fun or nostalgic? Is this inherited, or is it a gift you gave yourself or any other? What's the color of this outfit? What is the texture of this outfit? And how does it feel when it touches your skin? What are you going to do with your hair? And if you are someone to put on makeup, then what is the color of your lipstick going to be like? What are your accessories? A stole, a shawl, ornaments, jewelry, shoes, and finally, a spritz of your favorite fragrance. What does your favorite fragrance smell like? And now, when you're all set, you look at yourself in the mirror. How do you feel? Well, I would feel great, and I hope you're feeling great too. Hang on to that feeling And let's talk more about this color. Adorning the body is a powerful tool of transformation, wellness, and healing. You know, growing up with Tata and Tati, they would insist that we shower before a certain time. I mean, you know, when you're going to school or college, it's probably the first thing you'll do. But on days when I'm at home, 9 a.m. and Tati would start literally pestering me. She would be like, kulikilaya, kulikilaya, kulikilaya. Meaning, haven't you showered yet? Haven't you showered yet? Go shower, go shower. She would be after me till I actually go and shower. Similarly, evening 4:30 or 5, Tata and Tati would insist on getting refreshed. Poi kai kaala alamindu, moonji alamindu, thalaiya varikyo. Meaning, go get refreshed, wash your hands, feet, wash your face, comb your hair, and change into a fresh set of clothes. And not only would they just say that, they would actually do it. They did it every day. Now, I have shared about their rituals in detail in another episode. Nepatya Prayoga is a ritual. Nepatya Prayoga is a creative act. Nepatya Prayoga is an everyday art form. When we engage in this activity of adorning ourselves or dressing up, and irrespective of it being elaborate or something simple, we are intentionally expressing ourselves. And this expression is really no different from dancing or singing or painting. Nepatya Prayoga is also multi-sensory. From the way we prepare our body for adornment, you know, be it washing your face or taking a shower, there is a direct connection to the skin. And then the moment you wear your clothes or your jewelry or your accessories, the way the garment touches and feels on our skin. Then there is the color, the patterns, the shapes, the texture. How does that visually make us feel? And of course, if you are spritzing your favorite fragrance, then there is the smell of that fragrance, there is the smell of the clothes, there is the smell of so many things. Nepatya Prayoga also compels us to engage with our intuition. How do you choose the clothes that you're going to wear on a particular day? You know, what we all do is we just open our wardrobe or we look into our laundry basket and we just pick one of those that calls out to us. It's not like, I mean, unless you are someone who's working in a lab that requires you to wear a lab coat or scrubs or any specific uniform, you would just intuitively pick the clothes that you're going to wear for that day. Also, there are those days when we stand in front of our wardrobe and we don't know what to wear. Ever wondered why that happens? Anyway, moving on, we dress up, we get ready, and finally, when we look at ourselves in the mirror, doesn't it feel great? Don't we feel confident? And in that moment, we are sending a very strong message to our brain. We are sending a message of confidence and positivity. Now, that's what I call a creative ritual experience, where we engage mindfully, embody intuitively, and experience wholly. Now, I know, a lot of us might just brush it away as placebo. What is vanity going to achieve? How is it going to resolve any problem? What is in it for me? I think it's a complete waste of time. Well, let me tell you, it is not. And the answer to that lies in psychology and neuroaesthetics. In my last episode, I had mentioned neuroaesthetics, which raised many an eyebrow and evoked curiosity. To reiterate, in simple words, neuroaesthetics is the study of art or aesthetic experiences on the brain. Neuroaesthetics is a branch of neuroscience, but perhaps with the potential so big that it is emerging into a field of its own. In part 2 of this color, in our next episode, we will dive a lot deeper into this color and we will explore this color through the lenses of psychology and neuroaesthetics. And until then, remember to keep adorning yourself.